Drones as an industry are growing. You have probably seen them in the stores, drone shows, events, and maybe took your own on vacation. In 2024, the revenue of the drone market is estimated to reach $4.3 billion, and it's also estimated to grow annually by 2.26%. Impressive? Of course. But what if I told you that drones can be even more fun than they are right now? If you haven't heard of FPV drones, you are in for a treat. And if you did, let's talk FPV drone racing. Hi, my name is Lexi Jansen and welcome to FuturePlay, where we are discussing the new technologies that are reshaping our world and the world of sports with Machina Sports. And today we're going to deep dive into FPV drone racing and how it's one of the most ultimate Machina sports out there. Let's start with what FPV drones are. FPV stands for first person view, and that means that the pilot, while they are flying, sees exactly what the drone sees in real time. How? Mostly through FPV goggles, although some of the pilots do prefer a screen. I have a couple of things to show you, so I'm gonna show you everything that I have. FPV drones come in all shapes and sizes, catering for videographers, creators, hobbyists, and racers. The most popular racing formats include drones known as 5-inch or tiny whoops. You are probably wondering how on earth does it work, so let me just give you some information in a nutshell. So the camera placed up front of the drone, not the GoPro, completely ignore the GoPro. The camera here is capturing the picture, and by capturing this picture, it's sending also information to the transmitter, which is sending information through the antenna. Now, if we switch from the drone, the goggles also have antennas that have to be polarized in the same direction, and they catch all of this information, put it into the receiver, and give you the same exact view or picture through the goggles. So this is basically how FPV works. And depending on the system that you are using, you may have really little delay to absolutely no delay, let's say. Just to give you a general idea of how it looks like. This is how it looks like in my digital goggles and how it looks like using the action camera placed on the drone. So generally, yes, a lot of what you see on Instagram is the better view. FPV drone controllers come in all shapes and sizes as well, starting with really classic ones that you probably know from RC controlling helicopters, planes, and things like this, through Xbox controller type of a thing, which this is the one that I'm using personally for the last 8 months, I think, and I actually like it because it's much smaller than my previous controller and it's easier to travel with. It just folds, it's nice. And also finishing on a motion controller, which you can get with DJI FPV, but it's not perfect. It's much better to control your drone through things like this. By giving an input to your radio controller, you are sending an information through the antenna, which is being received by the antenna on the drone to the receiver. Now, the receiver is telling the flight controller, the brain of the drone, what is the input, and the brain of the drone sends information to the heart of the drone, let's say, which is called ESC, Electric Speed Controller, which is telling each one of the motors with what speed they should be moving. Because even for the hover, you use all of the motors all the time. And for the turning, obviously, 2 motors are moving a little bit slower, 2 motors faster, and that's how you basically turn your drone. So at all times, you need those 4 motors to work. Now, mind you that FPV drones are fully manual, meaning if you just let go of the sticks, they will not have it in place like the other camera drones usually do. This is really in a nutshell. If you want more information about FPV, how it works and things like this, leave us a comment down below and we'll cater to all of your needs. Now, what is FPV drone racing? We humans really enjoy competitive situations, don't we? Whether it's just starting from the red light on the street, or getting somewhere a little bit faster than our friends, or having a better car than our neighbor, you with me, right? So it wouldn't be an overestimation to assume that it moved into the drone world, because obviously you can always build something that's lighter, faster, better, and you can then, once you have the perfect thing, train and show everyone that you are the best, right? Let's say that this is what happened. And while drone racing is not as of yet as mainstream of a sport as it could have been, the pilots that are racing are already traveling internationally to go for drone events. The idea of the race? Each race has a series of obstacles, usually made out of gates and flags. The cars usually forces a pilot to go up and down, making some tricks and fight to keep their drone in the air. Some races also use other obstacles. I think the coolest one I have seen personally was using an actual plane as an obstacle, which I obviously hit once. Each round of the race includes 4 to 8 pilots racing at the same time. So yes, obviously the pilots also need to avoid other pilots, not to have a mid-air collision, which happens way more often than I would like to admit. Depending on the racing format, as those vary, pilots either race each other or their own time in the qualifications. During the finals, pilots are usually placed according to their qualification time and fight each other. Now, from this point, everything can happen. In a way, it's like a game. Pilots have goggles on and controllers in their hands, but in the other way, it's actually a physical thing. There is a physical track, physical drones, and there's a lot of excitement going on around, which makes it a perfect Machina sport. There is a human, there's technology, there's a machine, everything's there, perfection. Are there any known leagues? As of now, the most popular drone leagues are the Drone Racing League, DRL, Drone Champions League, DCL, MultiGP and FII events. And while MultiGP sometimes collaborates with FAI, DRL and DCL are absolutely closed leagues that are kinda invitation only. The easiest league to join is MultiGP, as they organize a lot of events and races all over the world. The second best is going to be the FAI, which is kind of like an official thing, so if you want to go to the World Cup, you'll have to qualify for the FAI thing, and to represent your country, it's again the FAI thing. While DRL is a closed spec league, meaning that the pilots are picked by DRL and they are hired by DRL, and they also fly a spec drone, so everyone flies exactly the same drone. DCL is more like Formula 1, in which there's a couple of rules that every single team has to follow, but you can tweak things a little bit, and this is more like a team sport. In MultiGP and FAI, the pilots are only limited by a simple set of rules, such as don't have metal propellers, for example. How to get started in drone racing? There are a couple of paths that most of the FPV pilots usually start with, and the most popular one is to start with a simulator. There's a ton of tutorials, programs and things on YouTube that will actually teach you step by step on how to fly your drone inside of the simulator, and those things involve tracks, tutorials, training programs, things like this. So it's an easy way to step in, and all you need is a controller. While the other pilots started with just flying their drones, mostly the ones that have started before the simulators were actually a thing that has been available or has been good enough. Me included. Now, in the next episodes, I will be interviewing a couple of drone racing pilots that are really popular right now. So be sure that you are subscribed so you will not miss out on any of those, because they will tell you their amazing stories. Once you are sure that you can go through a simple obstacle course, sign up for the league and go for a race. And it doesn't matter if you're gonna be the last one, because the information that you're gonna get and the experience that you're gonna get through going on events, going on races is absolutely amazing. The quicker you start going for the races, the quicker you're gonna get really, really good. If your plan is to go internationally and win a lot of races, I would highly suggest doing a lot of stuff on social media as well, and just being present, because this actually helps out the organizers of such events as well as the sponsors to generally find you. No one will find you on your couch, so this is a general idea for this. Plus, drone racing is one of the ways in to get yourself into flying car racing, about which we have talked about a lot in the last month. So if you are interested, I'm gonna leave you a lot of links to it down below in the description box, in the pinned comment, as well as in the cards. So I think cards are here. So check it out. Flying car racing is extremely exciting and can get you really far as well. So what do you think about FPV drone racing and the exciting world it can take you to? Leave us a comment down below and let us know if you want us to elaborate on any type of a topic so we can cater to your needs best. If you like this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up to help us make algorithm happy, and don't forget to subscribe so you will not miss out on all of the interviews and all of the information that we are sharing about Machina sports and FPV drones right now for this month. If you want to learn more about Machina sports and its possibilities, check out the video right here in which I'm explaining everything about it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!